Howdy folks, Kirk and Jay here with another tip of the day for you guys. Putting in dual windows where you had single pane windows. Now, since I've shown this before, I want to explain something else. Okay, the guy who watched our videos, and he put a new window in it with a flange. I always say don't put an insert unless you're using good caulking because those fail. Anyway, so he broke out the stucco. Can you see right here where he broke out the stucco? You can see the straight mark here, and you can see up there where his transition, it wasn't that great, but for somebody just watching a video, it wasn't that bad either. I'll give you an idea of the transition because it's not that bad. It's just you could see the line right there. See right here. So there it is. What he is he's too proud right here. So what we're going to do is, I told him, well, because he sent me pictures of this, I said, take a wire brush and wire brush it real well, and then hit it with a water hose. Well, hit it with a water hose first because you don't want to inhale dust. So you hit it with a water hose, then you wire brush it. That's what all that scoring, that black look is. The blue stuff, that's a bonding agent, Weld-Crete. That's so our new finish that I'm going to put on right now could adhere to this permanently and forever. What we want to do is get this transition here correct. Now, I just happened to see that just now. How I'm going to do this is, you look at the first texture right there. Now that's a color coat finish that's been painted. When they did that, they used a 2030. What's 2030? This is 2030. 2030 finish coat material is the medium sand. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go around this. Here's what I want to do first. I'm going to get my joint. And again, since I've showed how to do this before, I will tell you guys something else. In the description, I will put a video that shows how to put the window in, another video of how to do the base coat, which is what he did, and then of course this right here is the finish coat. That way, if you're just putting in the windows, you know how to do it all. So that'll be in the description, guys. And keep in mind, if you're on our channel and you want to know anything about stucco, all you do is type that into our search engine. You say, show me how to attach lath. 5 or 10 videos will show different scenarios of how to attach lath. If you say, show me a texture that been applied and painted, that'll take you to a video that has been applied and painted. We've got, I don't know, 900 or so. So we've keyworded them over the last 10 years, taking me a few thousand hours, meaning whatever you want to know, you type that in our channel. It's way past any forum you'll ever see. And that a video will come up and show you how to do that. You figure, or I figure, with close to 900 of these in 10 years, you name it, we've shown it. We've not only shown it, but we've shown 10 different ways to do it, because there's a lot of ways to skin a cat, guys. Today just happens to be a really, really windy day. We're on our way here. There's trees that were falling over, garbage cans all over the place. And I actually was going to do a similar video on the rear, but the wind is so strong back there, I thought, man, I don't want to have the hawk fly in my face again. I was on a job, many years back when I employed a lot of people. And I had my buddy Lester and Sonny. They're on a job, and they called me and said, hey Kirk, we got to leave, man, it's too windy. And I said, you wusses, you better finish that job. And they said, we can't, it's too windy. They were up on Skyline. We're in Oakland Hills. There was so much wind, the planks were shaking. It was about 90 miles an hour. Today is about 60, but we're right here in the front where we're kind of covered up on the side of the house there. We're blowing all over the place. Anyway, so I went out there to the job. This is about 15 years ago. And I said, look, guys, and it was windy. I thought, wow. And we were doing just what I'm doing right now, except I was using an acrylic finish. So I got up on the scaffold and we were in a wind channel. And the scaffold were moving, they were wiggling all over the place. And I said, all right guys, this is how you do it. And I had the hawk and the wind caught it and it put it right in my face. And this is acrylic, this is cementitious, so this will come right off. And they looked at me and I looked at them. All of a sudden, all three of us started laughing. I said, guys, let's get the hell out of here, man. It's too windy. That reminds me today. Today is a very windy day. Last night, Jay and I, we were talking about it on the way here, how we were listening to the wind. And it was pretty strong. We got up today and, again, trees downed. That's what I call windy. Anyhow, since I'm doing this, and this is pretty easy for me, I'm talking about stuff that don't amount to nothing. All right, now, what I should do is allow this to set about 15 minutes, but I'm gonna, just for the sake of doing this in one shot, I'm drying out the float because I have to float the transition in. And I don't want to wet. If this is wet, then when I put it on here, it's going to moisten that too much. So I don't want to do that. All right. So now I got a clean float. What I'm going to do is come right under the window. And what I'm doing, guys, just a transition. You see, that's why he called me. And if you guys do your own stucco, you can say you get your windows installed by a company. And you say, man, I don't want to pay that much to have the stucco done. I'll do it myself. This is the most important part. This is a transition. So, and this is the front of the house. I told the guy, well, where are these windows located? He says, well, one's right in the front. I said, ooh, right in the front. You don't want it right in the front of your house, guys. If it's in the backyard, you know, if you can't afford to pay somebody to do it or you don't want to learn how to do it, not such a big deal. But right here in the front of the house, you probably want to do it correct, or hire somebody who can do it correct, or watch this video over and over and over. All right, now the top here. Now we got a transition. I just filled that up right there. You can't see it, but this is tight, that's tight, and right here is a little thicker. So we'll take that transition. Now notice I'm taking the new stucco, the new color I just put on, and I'm feathering it into the existing. This is the existing stucco. This is the new stucco. So we feather it right into there. Boom. See how that is? I can feel the wind if I get a little higher. That's a strong wind, guys. All right. Now, again, the transition is what separates a good tie-in from a tie-in that is noticeable. Now he had shutters. I said, well, you can put your shutters here, but that won't fix the top. He says, well, man, I hate that shutter look. Why do they even do that? And I thought, for looks, we don't have hurricanes here. You don't need shutters to protect a window. We have strong winds like today, about 60 here, which is rare for our area. Anyway, moving on. Okay, that's done. See how fast that is with the transition. All right, now what we do is we take some of the same mud we just used, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean my hawk and trowel a little bit because we've done already quite a few windows, and I thought let's save one for video. So this is the one we saved because it's right here and there's not too much wind. I was watching a video. You know, I keyword these videos. I go to YouTube and I was watching one and as a joke. I mean, you guys old enough to remember the Three Stooges where they would have Mo, Larry, and Curly, and they would have all these goofy sounds. The sounds were really funny. That's what made the Three Stooges so popular. He'd go to poke a guy in the eyes and they'd hear blink, like he'd pull a string. I was watching a video. yesterday answering questions, and a video about the president came up, and he's in high winds like this, and they show his hair fly off, and I thought, and somebody did it to a chord where it made a little noise like a violin, and I thought, man, that's so funny. Anyway, getting back to this. I'll ramble on, guys, because I can do this so easily. Now we look at the texture. Now, you guys want to do this after you do your base coat. You can use the same base coat material if you know how to do it. I would advise, if you're going to do a window here, get the base coat. It's already pre-made. It's Green Core it's sold at Home Depot. Green Core is a fine sand like this, and you can do the scratch coat, the brown coat, and match this finish coat. If you try to get stucco, rapid set stucco, that's cement. You can do the scratch, brown, and finish, but it's a very heavy sand, so the grit won't match this. Anyway, I just thought I'd throw that out because you guys might be thinking, man, I need to do that. And here's how you do it, guys. Look at the texture. You can see they went up. You can see they went up and sideways. So I'm putting this on here, and what I'm doing, you say, hey, how the heck is he matching that finish? Well, I'm actually allowing the wall to pull the texture off. I'm not doing the texture. The wall's doing the texture. Sometimes people say, I don't see how you did that. Well, all I'm doing is filling up. See, I like to, when I'm doing this, I'll put it sideways on the hawk this way. That way it goes from here to here. My trowel can hold a lot. Little things like that that the average person might find useful, especially if you don't want to pay the price of a stucco guy like myself or somebody else to come and do this. This guy almost had it, man. He was really, really close. Really close. I told him, I said, man, you should have watched a few more videos of how to do it. Anyhow, here's where it's a little bit off. It's a little hollow. That's okay. And notice I'm leaving this on. I haven't knocked it down. There's a reason for that. If I knock it down right now, so I knock this down, it's not going to, well, I can do that because I know how much pressure to put. Again, as I'm putting it on my hawk, there's a 14-inch hawk. I put it here, this 18-inch trowel. And so I want to fill the trowel with as much mud. If I go sideways, then I'm not going to have the full 16. I'll only have the 14. So, okay. That being said, I'm going to take this now and just feather this texture in. And when you're doing textures, guys, you want to, on your when you're putting your bonding agent on, and Quikrete at Lowe's or Home Depot, they have it. They don't sell this blue stuff I'm using, which is a bonding agent at Lowe's or Home Depot. So don't be afraid to buy some Quikrete. Quikrete, Sackcrete, sounds like concrete, doesn't it? That's why they make it with the rete at the end, so you familiarize yourself with. I think that's the right stuff. Okay, now up here, since I'm on a ladder, I'm going to knock it down because I don't want to reset up the ladder. Now, right where it's thicker, I know where to put it a little bit thicker. That I'm not letting the wall dictate my move. I'm kind of making that move. Okay, so I have a little bit of stucco here left. Okay, now that's done. If I take it, I can take it straight up, or I want to get this where it's a little thicker, so I'm going to take it sideways right there. Now I'll pull it straight up because I want that to flatten a little bit more. Okay, now we're going to take that part. We're going to take that part, drop it down. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy if you know how to do it. And this is where it takes a little bit of practice, guys, because you got to look at it. You got to look at the texture here. And if it's pancake-ish, you want to make yours pancake-ish. That means you got to put the flat surface on it and go over it. Because what you could do wrong is leave it too rough. But this has been painted several times, so I want, when he paints my work, to match. So I'm going to go over it a little bit more. And here's another tip, guys. You want to make it flatter. get myself in this wind channel for just a second. Clean your trowel. You wet that trowel, now it won't stick. This way, as it won't stick, I can go flatter. Now it looks painted. Keep that in mind, guys. There's tricks, techniques to everything. And you wet that trowel, it will flatten it out a lot more than, say, if it's just dry. So I'm going to come right here. I'll see that one little high spot right there. Boom. Get it. Get that. Get this. Here. And clean that right underneath the window. You might notice too, you say, hey, you got the square trowel in your pocket. Why aren't you using that? Real plasterers use a rectangle trowel. Not all the time, guys. I've been using a pull trowel for 30 something years. Okay, you see where I'm going with that. I'm going to finish this last piece up, and it's going to be nothing more than what I'm already doing, guys. But since we're running out of time and out of film, I'm going to leave it right there. Jason and I thank you for watching, and as usual, have a great new year, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Hi everybody, we reached the end of another video, which means I get to do the fun part. I get to say thank you all for watching. If you like what we do, please like and subscribe so we can keep making content for you. And as always, if you're looking to purchase any of the tools or materials you see us use in these videos, you can usually find those at your local plastering yard. Or, if you'd like to help support us in the process, you can buy them from our website, our Amazon affiliate links, and we'll make a little dough in the process there. More importantly, I get to introduce all you fine folks to the newest member of the Giordano plastering clan. This is my lovely baby Avery, and of course my beautiful partner Sarah. And as you can see, we've already picked out Avery's first trowel, so when they get a little older, they can come to the job site and learn from their dad, and my dad, the plaster master, just like I got to. As usual, we thank all you folks for watching, and we will see you on the next one.